In a vast and lush forest, there lived a beautiful butterfly named Lulu. Lulu had wings adorned with vibrant, colorful patterns that sparkled like stars in the night sky. She was lively and full of energy, always fluttering around every corner of the forest, enjoying the sunshine, the fragrance of flowers, and the gentle caress of the breeze. Whenever Lulu took to the air, the other small animals in the forest would pause to admire her graceful dance. Despite Lulu's outward beauty, she had a secret that troubled her. She was terribly afraid of change. Lulu never dared to fly too far because she feared getting lost or not being able to find her way back home. Every day, she would circle the same patch of flowers, living a simple and comfortable life. Although these days seemed happy, there was a subtle sense of dissatisfaction growing within her. Lulu often gazed into the distance, wondering what the world beyond might be like, yet she was too afraid to take that first step. One day, an elderly and wise creature arrived in the forest, a tortoise with a shell as old as time itself. The tortoise moved slowly, but his eyes gleamed with wisdom. He had heard of Lulu's troubles and decided to help her. The old tortoise found Lulu and gently spoke to her. "Little butterfly, I've heard that you are afraid of change, and this fear is keeping you from exploring the vast world around you." Lulu was surprised by the tortoise's words and softly replied, "Yes, Mr. Tortoise, I'm always worried that if I fly too far, I might never be able to return to this familiar patch of flowers. I can't imagine losing everything I know here." The tortoise smiled slightly and said, "Change is an inevitable part of life, and every living being must learn to face it. Just as you once transformed from a caterpillar into a butterfly, that was a great change in itself, wasn't it? If you hadn't had the courage to face it, you wouldn't have these beautiful wings now." Lulu lowered her head, pondering the tortoise's words. She had never considered that her metamorphosis was itself an act of courage. The tortoise continued, "Every change is a new beginning, a chance for you to grow and discover more. Even this seemingly ordinary forest hides countless surprises, waiting to be explored." Lulu lifted her head, her wings trembling slightly as if she had made a decision. She understood that the tortoise was right, but she still felt a bit hesitant. "But what if I lose everything I have now? What if the world out there isn't as wonderful as I imagine?" The tortoise patiently replied, "You will only find the answers by experiencing it yourself. Sometimes, adventures don't bring immediate satisfaction, but they will make you grow, make you stronger and wiser. Even if you encounter difficulties, you will discover that you have the strength to overcome them." Lulu felt a new strength blossoming in her heart, and she decided to give it a try. She bid farewell to the tortoise and flew towards the unexplored depths of the forest. Along the way, Lulu encountered many sights she had never seen before. She saw sparkling streams, heard the melodious songs of birds, and marveled at the diverse and exotic flowers. Each new discovery filled Lulu with joy and made her realize the vastness and wonder of the world. However, not all experiences were smooth. One day, a storm suddenly struck, and Lulu was caught in the strong winds, losing her way. She struggled to fly, desperately searching for shelter, her heart filled with fear and loneliness. In that moment of distress, Lulu remembered the tortoise's words, "Every change is a new beginning, a chance." She knew she had to stay calm and find a way to overcome the challenge. During the storm, Lulu found a large leaf and curled up underneath it, waiting for the storm to pass. That night, she faced her fears and loneliness, but also nurtured a courage deep within her. When the storm finally subsided, Lulu spread her wings again, realizing that she was now stronger and more confident than before. Eventually, Lulu returned to her familiar patch of flowers, but this time, she was no longer the butterfly who feared change. She had become braver and learned how to face the transformations in life. From then on, Lulu was no longer afraid to fly far away. She began to explore every corner of the forest, sharing her experiences with the other animals, encouraging them to face the changes in their lives with courage. This fable teaches us that change is not something to be feared. What is truly frightening is the fear of change itself. As Lulu experienced, change can bring unknown challenges, but it is through these challenges that we discover our potential and become better versions of ourselves. Every change is an opportunity for growth, a ticket to explore a broader world, and if we embrace it with courage, we will eventually find that the world is more beautiful than we ever imagined. Do you still like today's story? If you like, please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the like icon. You can receive notifications and hear the latest stories as soon as possible. Good night, my baby.